Sanaa Lathan still his next of kin or already his next of kin or whatever the fuck? Like, he had relatives who would be next of kin, right? To notify and tell that he, like, sexy ass dark skinned nigga's dead. She's crying, she's mourning, comes back from his funeral, again because the timeline is so fucked, it's almost like the next day she came back from his fucking funeral, which would never happen. Like, even if his religion said that he had to be buried, like, that shit, and it had the fucking, in memoriam flyer all set up and everything. It's stupid. It's fucking retarded. But she comes back to a mailed package or something. Like, somehow flex sexy ass light skinned nigga gets flex ass sexy ass dark skinned niggas watch to Sanaa Lathan. But that doesn't make any sense either. It doesn't at all. Because again, how does he know before he takes the watch that she gave him the watch at all? Sanaa Lathan calls the detective, kind of secretly tells her to get a shotgun or something like that. There's the cat that comes up at the beginning of this movie too. And here's the thing about the cat. We don't fucking know that it's her cat. I don't even think she says that it's her cat, but we're supposed to assume that it's her cat. Anyway, fuck sexy ass nigga is seen in the house with the white gloves and like a screwdriver by the nosy neighbor who I guess has a key to the house and just goes snooping through Sanaa Lathan's house for no fucking reason. So, fuck sexy ass light skinned nigga chases the old lady across the street. Old lady gets into her house. Old lady locks the door. Old lady looks at the door for all of 5 seconds. Literally all of like 5 or 10 seconds. And fucking fuck sexy ass light skinned nigga is right behind her. He managed to walk all the way around the house, even if it's a fucking side door, unnoticed for like 5 or 10. The timeline of this movie is so fucked. Unnoticed for like 5 or 10 seconds. Just seconds, not minutes, just seconds to creep up behind her and fuck her up and push her down the stairs or something. So, nosy neighbor isn't heard from until her daughter, who lives out of town, thank you, exposition cop, tells Sanaa Lathan, who is clearly fucking nobody. Like, there's no reason to tell Sanaa Lathan as she drives up to her house. Because she doesn't even know that she's driving up to her house. She's just driving down the fucking street. There's no reason for the cop to tell Sanaa Lathan any of this about the chick, the nosy neighbor across the street. No fucking reason at all. But standard exposition cop tells her that her kid from out of town called because she didn't call back or something like that. So Sanaa Lathan thinks, so she fell down the stairs. So somehow Sanaa Lathan thinks, but sexy ass light skinned nigga killed her somehow. So Sanaa Lathan then decides that she's gonna get all I'm a survivor right on flex sexy ass light skinned nigga, and she goes and starts stalking him. Like, I guess he's out with this blonde chick who I don't know if she's supposed to be a client of his or a date of his or what, but she ruins it by saying that he's a stalker and shit, and like it's really that easy for chicks to ruin all your shit, whatever you have going on, dudes. It really is that simple. So Sanaa Lathan goes and does that, and then she goes and buys herself a shotty on the unofficial advice of the detective that's somehow taken an interest in her case, and tells her 2 beanbag rounds. Yeah, trigger down on that one. Trigger down. Tells her 2 beanbag rounds in the shotty as self-defense. And then anything after that, you can get fucking away with. Thanks for telling the audience how to murder somebody. Anyway, Sanaa Lathan, I guess, finds out where this nigga lives. Which, if she was at the point of bringing this motherfucker home to meet her parents, how the fuck has she never been to his house? So she sneaks into his apartment and has the least covert way of breaking in. Like, she just has a crowbar and just crowbars open the door. By the way, if you're a dude in security, and this is your secret hideout, it's probably gonna be a little bit harder for a chick Sanaa Lathan size to get into your fucking place like that, right? Right. Anyway, so she breaks into his place and destroys all his shit. And I guess this is supposed to be the cheer moment in the movie, but it's not. Oh, and I guess fuck sexy ass light skinned nigga stole her cat. So she gets the cat back. What the fuck ever? Like, what the fuck ever? So, fuck sexy ass nigga comes back, finds all his shit destroyed, and her graffitied on his wall something along the lines of "Come get me, come get me, asshole," or something. It's your turn, something like that. I don't know. Oh, and at some point before dark-skinned, fuck sexy ass nigga got killed, he went into an interrogation room regarding the restraining order because he was in the restaurant with Sanaa Lathan. That's not how that shit works. They just pick a motherfucker up. They don't do interrogation scenes with them. They pick them up on violation of a fucking restraining order. If they're gonna pick you up, you don't go to a fucking restraining order, restraining room. You go to the fucking hole. You go fucking cell is where you go. That's really some shit. By the way, cops who found the neighbor lady, they didn't see any signs of struggle on her. There was a scene where like he was chasing her and like I think he may have hit her a couple times or two, something like that. Like no signs of struggle at all. No continuity at all. So we get to the showdown scene. Sanaa Lathan's waiting for him. He chases her. He finds her. He roughs her up a lot. Like a lot. Like Stone Cold on Lita a lot. Like he fucks her up. And she tries to fuck him up like she hits him with a pot. So they're going through her house and shit. And at some point, she gets her shotty out and... No, she already had her shotgun. She already had her shotgun in the fucking bathroom. Like he was stalking the bathroom and like she came into the bathroom. But she walked close enough to him so that he could take the fucking shotgun away from her. Like that's fucking stupid. Like, you don't get close enough. You freeze means freeze, nigga. If her intention was to kill this motherfucker, then she should have just shot him in the goddamn bathroom. Like, that was just stupid. It was just fucking dumb. And why didn't he have a gun? So, she gets at him with a knife, and I guess, I forgot about this part. How the fuck did she get the gun back? Like, I don't even remember him chasing her around with the gun. How the fuck did she get the gun back? She got the shotgun back, though, I guess. From the bathroom somewhere, I guess. And the end scene was in the living room somewhere, I guess. Who choreographed this fucking fight scene? Is what I want to know. Who choreographed this shit? Because you deserve to be fired too. She's got the shotgun, and he's like, you're not gonna do that, and bang, shoots him with the beanbag round, and then another beanbag round, and then he's wobbling or whatever, but he gets back up. I'm fairly certain he didn't have his own gun. Why he didn't have a gun, I don't know. I don't know. He was a terrible bad guy. Not by the actor's fault. Drink her down. By the way, no scenes of Sanaa Lathan going to the shooting range. None. None at all. And if this nigga is stalking her, why didn't he see her go to the pawn shop to get the fuck gun in the first place? And there's a waiting period for... Sanaa Lathan shoots him finally in the chest with the actual round with the shotgun. But again, no shots of her going like to a range or practicing anything like this. So how did the recoil not fucking shoot her all the way back or like crack her shoulder or something? So she shoots light-skinned caramel nigga dead through her glass table, even though I think they already went through another one of her glass coffee tables. There's so many glass coffee tables in this fucking movie. Take a shot if you see the fucking glass coffee tables. So he's officially dead, and then a call comes in, and lo and behold, Mr. Detective, who gave her the advice, hears something about the call, and is like, I'll go take it or whatever. It's bad. It's fucking bad. And I don't think it ends there. I think she's just talking to the detective. I don't remember the exact end scene, but it's bad. It's fucking bad. Oh, it's terribly written. It's terribly directed. It's terribly edited. It's terrible. It's terrible. And it's not even bad enough to be good hokey shit. You know what? Actually, I take that back. It is. If you sit and dissect it, you will laugh your ass off at the bullshit in this movie. It's bad. It played like a bad Lifetime movie of the week. Like not Without My Daughter or something like that. Like a fucking terrible one. Everything in it is shitty. Everything in it is amateur except the acting. It's not the actor's fault. Everybody else involved? God damn it. Before I saw this, last time I saw Rotten Tomatoes, it had a 33%. That's about right. And it could have been super over the top cheesy. as I was sitting there, I'm like, is this movie so bad it's good? I tried to think of it like that, but the acting was decent enough. Sanaa Lathan can act. I'm sorry, she can. And she's sexy as fuck. Morris Chestnut can act. Fuck sexy ass light skinned nigga from Why Did I Get Married or whatever the fuck. He's decent in the role. And he wasn't creepy enough. Like, I guess they tried to make him creepy or whatever. Like, it didn't really work. Plus, the switch between him just being this dude and Psycho was it was faster than a fucking on-off switch. Like, it didn't ramp it up. They didn't build anything up. That's the problem with the fucking editing. They didn't take the time to build anything in this fucking movie. They didn't take the time to build the stakes in this goddamn movie at all. It's bad. It's bad. I can't unrecommend this movie enough. Maybe my problem is I went in sober. I should have been a little tipsy for this. I should have maybe been high for this so I could laugh at it. I actually did. I kind of wanted better for this movie. They somehow managed to sneak a Lifetime movie of the week onto the big goddamn screen. How? How did this movie get to the big screen? How? I'll tell you how. Screen Gems. You know who Screen Gems is? Go find your local affiliate of This TV. Yes, This TV. This TV is essentially the network of Screen Gems where they play all their old movies, or a lot of their old movies. A lot of their worst old movies. Because they're cheap, they're just plot holes of plenty, directing bad of plenty, shit done on the fucking hacky, not even ticky-tacky, just fucking tacky. That's fucking Screen Gems. It probably could have done better if it were rated R, if it had a better score. I feel like this movie was so rushed. If they had taken their time with anything, with character development, anything, if they had, listen, this movie revolves around these three people. If they had taken their time to develop these three people, take your time. This movie clocked in at 1 hour 40. If it were more compelling, they could do it 2 hours. That's fine. Kids' movies are 2 hours. You can hold our attention for a good 2 hours if what you're doing is good. If you take your fucking time and do it that way. There were a couple of nonsensical scenes that went on for too long. The interrogation scene was a prime example of fucking filler. It's like they somehow managed to not explore all the avenues they should have explored, but still felt like they needed to fill time somehow? Why don't you fill time by doing your goddamn job and exploring the fucking characters? This movie is not a service to Flex sexy ass light skinned nigga. This movie is certainly not a service to Morris Chestnut and Sanaa Lathan, who, as far as I remember, haven't been in movies for mainstream movies for a while. I don't remember, the last time I saw Sanaa Lathan in anything I think was Nip Tuck. And that was 6-7 years ago. This is their big shot. This movie would have played well as a Lifetime movie. As a major motion picture, fuck you, Screen Gems. It was weird how inconsistently flighty Sanaa Lathan's character was, like jumping from dude to dude. Of all people, I understand chicks can be like that. They're kind of weird and not really make sense most of the time. How she didn't make sense. Oh, and then there was this other scene where Flex Sexy Ass Light Skin Nigga gets served with restraining order at his job, and his boss is like, you know, maybe you should go home or whatever. And then the cops come back to his job a little bit later. His boss acts like he's completely surprised and never seen anything like this before. Like, weird, because it just been served with the same shit 10 minutes ago, and now it's a big deal. This movie makes zero sense at all. Like, here was my problem. I was trying to make sense of it in the theater, and I was sober. And I'm trying to make sense of it now, and I'm drunk, and I understand why that's a problem now because I'm tipsy. I can understand why that's a problem. Don't go see The Perfect Guy. It's fucking shit. I wish better on Flex Sexy Ass Light Skin Nigga. I wish better on Morris Chestnut. I wish better on Sanaa Lathan. If they made this movie better, I could get on board with this movie. On that note, party people, youtube.com/real469. Go over to the right hand corner, click the little blue button, and click support. You'll be supporting the channel. Boom. Boom. It ain't Tyler Perry bad, though.
Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, bitch.